Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the Mostly Speaking Podcast. I'm your host, Daryl.
This is Mike.
We're going to come with you today with another topic on greatest R&B album that we think that's. I think the greatest R&B album, from my perspective, would be R. Kelly 12 Play. What you think?
Of all time?
Of all time.
You say R. Kelly 12 Play. I'm going with Confessions, Usher.
Why is that?
Man, you got how many hits on that CD? Let's be real. My Boo, Yeah, Burn. I mean, you got so many, and I ain't even talking about the ones that people play. Like Steve Harvey had the intro for one of his songs for years.
Burn. That was a Burn.
No, that wasn't Burn. That was a. Oh boy. What y'all know about her? Superstar. Yeah, that was Superstar. So, I mean, you got so many hits on that CD. That's a CD you put in, you ride, you can go 2 hours. If you're going down the road 2 hours, you ain't got to touch it. So, now, R. Kelly is a great one of the greatest albums too, but R. Kelly is for another mode. That's for when you intimate or you about to, that's when you're trying to set the mood for that particular individual, I feel like.
Well, I think not really, because he had a lot of different little songs on there that, you had to set the mood, you had the little dance joints, but then, it was just a banging album.
Oh, no, most definitely. But now, for females, I'm going to say the 411, hands down the queen.
Mary J. Blige.
411.
Great album.
Greatest album. Or you could say the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, you can put that in, run it all the way through.
Yeah, that's a great album too. Yeah.
Great album. Another one that, in my opinion, I think was a great album, her first album was Faith.
It was good, but I mean, if you want to do oranges and apples, you comparing that to 411, it can't even carry the torch to 411. So that's what I'm saying.
I don't think so, man.
Oh, man.
That Faith first album was really rocking, bro, for real.
And that's why she took off. That's why the song they did, she took off, because Mary like, look, I am Puffy's #1 female artist, but then when he went and got Faith, that's when the beef came in between Mary and Puffy, because she like, okay, it was just me and you all this time. Now you're gonna bring another female artist. Don't get me wrong, Faith album was good, but if you want to sit here and like go, like I said, orange to apples, you want to go to 411 to Faith.
That Faith, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh man, come on, man, come on.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
411, and the thing about Mary,
that album was crazy.
The thing about Mary album is totally different from Faith.
True.
You hear guys bumping it. See, we all know the women gonna listen to the CD. You hear guys running down the road with 411 bumping 411.
Because they had that little hip hop.
That's right. She had that street edge that just appealed to you.
But then when people don't want to hear that hip hop edge mode, they go straight to the Faith album, because
But you telling me Mary didn't have no slow joints on that too?
She did.
Well, her and Casey,
she did.
They had
Loving You Is All I Have to Do.
Yeah, that's a classic song. So I'm saying, come on now.
Faith album, from beginning to end, is a banger. A banger. You can put that in and ride all the way from, you can go from Charlotte, North Carolina to Charleston, South Carolina.
But then you said R. Kelly. Now the other day you had told me something that R. Kelly stole.
He stole Aaron Hall's style.
And I asked you how.
Because when Aaron Hall dropped the Truth album, Aaron Hall had the bald head. He was sitting, if you look at the album cover, he had on the suit, he was sitting in a little chair, right? That album came out October 21, 1993. 12 Play came out in November. When 12 Play came out, look at the 12 Play cover. R. Kelly had the bald head, the shades on, and you ain't heard nothing from Aaron Hall since.
Okay.
You ain't heard nothing from Aaron Hall since.
Two reasons for that.
What?
R. Kelly is a genius.
True.
So R. Kelly, anything R. Kelly penmanship he puts down, look at all the stars he done helped write.
True.
He don't even brought back Mr. B. I mean,
exactly.
Ron Isley was pretty much gone. We were listening, when you listen to Ron Isley music, you listen to on the radio, you listen to all his old classics.
True.
Living for the Love of You.
True.
Between the Sheets. You listen to all the old school.
True.
R. Kelly reinvented this man and brought him back with Mr. B.
Yeah, he gave him the
so you telling me it's not so much that Aaron Hall left. Aaron Hall doesn't have. Who was writing majority? This go back now. This switch up. Teddy Riley was writing all the guy hits.
Yep.
So maybe whoever writing Aaron Hall Truth album, it was great. The slow stuff.
The slow
you
stuff.
You can't. The fast stuff wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
So That's why maybe he fell out. We're not gonna talk about his legal matters because something happened after that too.
True,
but R. Kelly, he went from okay, R. Kelly in the public announcement, which had Dedicated, Honey Love, Slow Dance. I'm sorry. And then you had Vibe. He had many hits on there. But listen, what I'm saying. He went from that CD. He transferred over to 12 Play. Had a bunch of hits.
But that's what I'm saying. Aaron Hall was in a group with Guy. He tried to do the little solo career thing. But at the moment when he was getting ready to drop that album, he dropped the album.
Yeah.
It definitely had a little run. But when R. Kelly came out with that 12 Play, bro.
Oh yeah. Listen. But you know what though? I think we expected that because we all know who was the head of public announcement. Yeah. So I don't think we expected nothing less from R. Kelly. But did we see all these hits he had over these years for all these people he writing for? From Celine Dion to all it. He done wrote plethora hits for a lot of people.
True.
And that's why it hurts me to the day to see his legal issues is his legal issues.
We're gonna keep
okay, because we're gonna keep
got nothing to do with
trust me, because he's a genius.
Exactly.
When I say he's a genius, he's a now we talking about the greatest CDs, and okay, let me ask you this. I'm gonna switch it a little bit.
Okay.
Now you have people like, oh, I'm sorry, and please forgive me for this, Michael Jackson Thriller.
Michael Jackson Thriller wasn't an R&B album. It was more pop, rock, more international. It wasn't,
but that ain't his fault to being international because the only song you could say on there that was actually like a pop or rock was Beat It. But you had the girl in my
the girl
in my life. You had
the lady in my life,
Billie Jean. You had PYT. I mean, he had bunch of hits on that.
PYT was definitely like the little.
So Michael Jackson was ahead of his time, basically what you're saying, because he's like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
He changed the platform.
The game.
Everything was supposed to be pretty much for the black people, but Michael Jackson, he broke all kind of boundaries. He brought everybody in from people in Great Britain, from Paris, to whatever he was, everywhere. So I mean, so like I say, that's a great. I mean,
it's a great album.
It's one of the all-time greatest.
One of the all-time greatest.
And then I know a lot of people say Prince. Purple Rain album.
But Purple, but now you got to think about it. You're going to a different genre. If you're saying greatest albums, but we talking about greatest R&B. But now if you want to go to greatest album, cool.
But let me ask you this. Prince not R&B? Michael Jackson not R&B?
Same thing. More pop rock type thing.
So, okay, so let me backtrack. When Michael Jackson first came out with his brothers, was that R&B or what was that?
It was more.
I mean, I'm not trying to.
Back then, I'm trying to think. Back in the day, R&B. Was it R&B?
It's called rhythm and blues, right? That was R&B mean.
Yeah.
So you telling me all them hits he had with his brothers, and then when he finally left, he had Off the Wall. Then he made Thriller.
Yeah,
all of those are pretty much R&B albums. So that's why I say you can't say that he's pop. You can't put him in. You pretty much can't categorize Michael Jackson in one category. You can't put him in, and maybe Prince. You can't put him in a category.
Can't put him in a category.
But I still say they're R&B because that's what rhythm and blues.
It's just rhythm and blues, and then they put a little fertilizer on it and made it groove past.
Okay, I give you that, but it's still you have to. Okay, because like me, now this is where I look at. Chris Brown is one of the greatest right now. But does he have a signature album that you could say that from start to end is one of his greatest? Everybody know a plethora of his songs. Yeah, he got a catalog long as anybody out there. But does he have that stamp of approval album? You like that's it right there. You don't touch it. Do he have that album? That's what I'm saying about the CDs we talking about now. 411 you put it in, you got to touch it. 12 play you put it in, you don't touch it. Confessions you put it in, you don't touch it. This is what I'm Miseducation along here you put it in, you don't touch it. That's what I'm talking about. So this is in my opinion, we might as well speaking about this now. So this is but this is my opinion when it comes to that because these are CDs you can pop in. You can have them 4 CDs right there beside you, and you can put them in, and it'll take you wherever you want to go.
True.
You shouldn't have to touch it.
Shouldn't have to touch it.
That's to me is the equivalent of a greatest CD. When you got a fad or skip a song or skip this, that's not the greatest. And like I say, we're not gonna get into it because it's a group I can play 24/7.
Here you go with this, man. Here you go. What?
And I'm gonna get to the mic real close. I'm gonna look in the camera. Boys to Men. I can listen to their CD from the front to the end.
Bruh.
But that's a group.
Ain't nobody listening to Boys and Men. Nothing but in the doing dentist office, when you riding on the elevator, or you in a fancy restaurant, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you respectfully, take your left and your right hand and choke yourself. Cause there's no way you gonna sit and tell me, man, listen. Cooley High Harmony is a classic CD.
Huh?
In my eyes. I didn't say it's in the work, it's in my eyes.
It's a saying that we got down there in the country, St. T, South Carolina, man. When they're about to butcher a hog. You know what the hog say?
What they say?
Wait! You need to wait, bro, because that ain't no classic album, bro. Are you serious?
Yes, dead serious. You don't see me cracking a smile.
You need to crack one?
No, man, I'm dead serious. This is, if I get my car, and if I want to take a ride, I said my car. That's who I'm listening to, Boys and Men, all day, every day.
Bro, you put Boys and Men in the car on a long road drive, guess where you be at? On the side of the road in the ditch, the tires rotating, because you done flipped over, boarded.
So hold on, so you say I done tore the rims and everything?
Yeah, they're going to find you the tires spinning and everything, bro. Ain't nobody listening to Boys and Men like that. No disrespect to Boys and Men, they're a great group.
No, he's really disrespecting Boys and Men.
But nah, bro.
Because we're gonna come back to that episode. We're gonna come back to this because we was talking.
Don't do it.
We were talking one day about the greatest R&B groups of all time. That's gonna be another segue. And this cat had the nerve to say Jodeci.
Jodeci.
See,
change the game.
And the only reason he's saying is because they wear the boots. They got the saggy clothes.
Guess who came behind Jodeci? Drew Hill. All them other little R&B groups, bro. Drew Hill was a great group too.
Man, listen.
Change the game, man.
Drew Hill, Silk.
Yep.
All of these guys. Jagged Edge.
Yep.
Jagged Edge to me is another spinoff of Jodeci because they got the Timberlands and but this is why y'all don't like Boys and Men, because they wear bow ties and they wore sweaters, Carnegies and that kind of stuff. Shout out to Courtney for talking about Boys and Men 24/7. But this is why y'all saying this.
No.
Listen, pound for pound, you cannot tell me you can get 3 other guys that sound like them. I just went to the concert in Charleston back in March with my 2 daughters. Their voices sound the same now than it did when they first came out.
Their voices don't sound the same.
So that what makes it. Oh man, this is okay. You know what? We gonna. You know what?
No. What makes a great R&B group is the people decide what makes a great R&B group. Who listening to them? Who listening to them, bro?
So who listen to Boys and Men? So you saying ain't no black people listen to Boys and Men? Just white people?
I did not say that.
I'm asking.
I didn't say that.
But who broke Elvis Presley record for all time on the number 1?
Who was in that song with him?
No. They had 2 number 1.
But who's in that song?
You know, Mariah Carey. That's one of them. They still had another one.
What was the other one?
If I'm not mistaken, it was I don't know if it's "I'll Make Love to You" or might have been "End of the Road." I'm not sure, but they got classic songs, bro, for years to come.
Give me 5 songs.
Classics. "End of the Road," "Dear Mama," "I'll Make Love to You."
There you go.
"I'll Make Love to You."
You already started.
"Water Runs Dry." Yes. On Bended Knee.
I ain't know what that title is, bro. Water Runs Dry.
Water Runs Dry. Babyface wrote it. Check it out. On Bended Knee.
What number was it on the
listen,
Billboard?
they all listen. We getting off subject.
Nobody know Water Runs Dry, bro.
We getting off subject a little bit because we said the greatest R&B CD of all time. So we're not gonna go there. But this is what I'm telling you.
Hey man, darkness just entered the building, but light trying to come and show his way through.
Oh really? Okay. So we're gonna go to the next subject because what we're gonna do, we'll sit all day and talk about this. We want to go to the next subject.
Man, bro, come on, man, for real.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, we're gonna change gears.
Yeah,
we're gonna change gears. Okay, so what's the greatest in your eyes sitcom of all time? And I got a bunch of them in my head.
You got a bunch of them, man. I mean, it depends on what genre you go through, what decade. You know what I'm saying? You got Martin. You got Sanford and Son.
Mm-hmm.
You got Three's Company.
Jamie Foxx.
You got
My Wife and Kids. The Cosby Show.
You got that. You got the Dukes of Hazzard. You know what I'm saying? Roscoe Pico Train and all them boys. Crazy Cool coming at you. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Daisy Dukes with the Daisy Dukes on.
So you said Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Generally,
yeehaw, yeah. That
okay.
part, man.
All right, yeah.
That part.
I'm looking at. I watched it growing up, but is it the greatest TV show?
The greatest TV shows of all time.
You might well say hee haw.
Yeah,
man. I'm gonna tell you. See, for you knowing the intro is something wrong with. I told you, take your left and your right hand. He choked yourself.
One of the greatest shows.
Nah, man. Listen, you have to hee haw. People sticking their heads behind haw and head coming up. Some hey, they talking about some goofy stuff.
One of the greatest shows, man. Hee haw, man.
Okay, Benny Hill.
Yeah, definitely Benny Hill. Definitely Benny
Hill. Now,
Hill.
the other day you said something that kind of. I'm gonna take my hat, scratch my head when you said this.
Scratch your head. What?
You said MASH.
MASH, man.
So the dude. I hope y'all see my face, really. This dude talking about MASH when the helicopter was coming in the intro.
Yeah, MASH, man, one of the greatest shows of all time, man.
Now, Andy Griffin, I say yeah.
Yeah, definitely Andy Griffin. Yeah.
Andy Griffin.
Andy Griffin was the greatest show, man.
Because of what's the character was in there? Not so much. No. Don Barney Fife.
Barney Fife.
I'm talking about the character that came in and he always was locked up.
Oh, you talking about what's my man's name?
I can see his face, but I can't think of his
name. Slept in the cell. What's my man's name?
No, I ain't talking. Not even him. The dude who was I just want a uniform. I just want a uniform. I forgot his name. Man, but it was like my mom and daddy, the older crowd, they'll love Andy Griffin or The Heat of the Night.
Great show. Now, yeah, that's a banger. Heat of the Night, definitely one of the greatest shows.
Nah, I mean, I can't watch it, but I mean, I know people do watch it, but I just couldn't.
Why you can't watch it?
It ain't for me.
What do you mean it ain't for you?
It's boring.
How do you mean it's boring?
Okay, like
all those shows back then had great writing, man.
Okay,
great producing, man.
Like Sanford and Son, that's like the all-time.
Great writing, great producing.
Good times.
Great writing, great producing.
The Cosby Show.
Great writing, great production.
I'm gonna even say The Facts of Life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Family Ties.
Exactly. Silver Spoon.
Yeah. See, Silver Spoon was another one I was about to say.
All them shows back then, bro.
They had a lot of, like, to me, like, I know nowadays people say Friends, which I never really watched it. But I know it was a classic, everybody, but that really wasn't my cup of tea because...
People say Seinfeld.
I never watched it. I mean, just wasn't my cup of tea. But like I say, you have to say that because they broke a lot of records.
Exactly.
Seinfeld, Friends, they broke a lot of records.
What's some other Girlfriends?
Now, I'm going to give you one, and I forgot. Lord forgive me for the Golden Girls.
Definitely, bro.
That is, listen, to this day,
bro.
To this day,
everybody watch Golden Girls.
To this day, I still watch that. For Blanche, for the grandma, I still watch that show to this day. And you have to catch their humor. If you don't watch it, you got to catch it, and then it go over your head. But I'm telling you, you're talking about funny. That's one of the all-time funniest shows of all time.
Thank you for being a friend.
Doom, 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 doom.
Travel down the road,
back again.
Your heart is true.
Oh.
You're a friend and a confidant.
Doom, 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 doom.
And if you knew a party,
hey man, I know I'm singing on this
invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be for me, and the church would say, thank you for being a friend.
Boy, you know what? We forgot about that show. But now, okay, let's minimize this. If you had to watch, you got 12 feet of snow. Above you, 12 feet of snow, but your cable's still working. You only can watch 3. Give me your top 3.
Martin.
Okay, that's one of mine.
I'm gonna try to do one from each decade. Martin. Give me Sanford and Son.
You done took my 2 already.
Give me... I'll say give me Andy Griffin. Okay,
so I would say Martin. It really was a toss-up between Good Times and Sanford and Son. But
yeah.
I mean, Good Times was good until James. Everybody knew until when James died, it changed the whole... So I can't really say Good Times. The episode with James on there, great. When he left, it went to boo-boo. But I would say Sanford and Son, Martin for sure, and I say Golden Girls because I can watch every episode of that. I can say that.
You can't miss with none of those shows back in the day. So
and like I say now, I'm on the fence because I'm on Cosby. I love the Cosby Show. Cosby Show taught you lessons. It showed family. It showed you how you can have,
especially in the black family.
Like you had a doctor and a lawyer, and the kids, and they were showing you episodes of how just because they had money, they didn't never let their kids think they had money, because there was many episodes they told you. Like when
you got to work for what you want.
Like the episode when Vanessa came home and said she fought a girl because she went and told them how much the paint cost. And the first thing Bill Cosby said, did you take both of them down? I'm like, really? So you worried about her fighting? But they were showing you real life episodes. That's why I love that show. So to me, you know,
we even missed another couple of shows.
Like which one?
Little House on the Prairie. And
I'm gonna look over here.
No, bro.
I'm gonna look over here.
Michael Landon, what was the show he did?
He had his own show.
Yeah, he Angel.
Yeah.
Howard
to Heaven. I think it's Highway to Heaven.
Yeah, Highway to Heaven. And
man, listen, who's sitting there watching Little House on the Prairie, bro?
Man, Little House on the Prairie, man. Laura Ingalls, man. Nelly Olson, man. Nelly Olson, a little bad little butt, bro. Yeah, man. Come on,
some people gonna be out here watching you, gonna be cracking up laughing.
Oh,
man said Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, man. Y'all need to YouTube that stuff, man.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Trying to tell you don't.
You don't need to YouTube none of that.
Definitely need YouTube.
Okay, all right.
One of the greatest shows of all time, man. Trust me. Definitely.
Dukes of Hazzard, yeah, you might want to see 1 or 2 episodes of that.
No, you're going to see plenty of episodes of Dukes of Hazzard, man. Plenty of episodes of Dukes of Hazzard, man.
All right.
Plenty.
Okay.
What else we missed?
I don't think. I mean, we covered.
What about Nanu?
Oh, Morgan Mindy. Mel Donna.
Mel's Donna, yeah.
That's an old, yeah. Laverne and Sheriff.
Yeah, Laverne and Sheriff, yeah.
So it was a lot. Like
since you said that, Laverne and Sheriff, man, come on, man. What was the title track for that?
Hold up, we missing one too.
What?
You said Opie earlier, right?
Yeah.
What did he play when he got older? Happy Days. Happy Days. Come on, man. Happy Days. Man. That's right. Happy Days.
The Fonz.
Hey, the Fonz. Come on, man. Welcome back, Carter.
Yeah. What was the man on?
What's Happening? We forgot about What's Happening.
Oh my God, bro! Rerun.
How you gonna remember D and the Mama and all? Come on, man.
My bad.
So we had a lot of classic TV shows, but that's what I'm saying. I want to see what was your if you stayed in the house,
hard, bro. It's hard.
Stay in the house. You couldn't go nowhere for 24 hours. You're gonna watch 3 episodes. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, YouTube, put in the comment section what was your favorite shows growing up,
and click that subscribe button and like.
Yeah, man, because it's so many shows. It's something that we probably missed that went over our heads and everything like that. But there's definitely a lot of shows out there that.
Now we're gonna go to one of my favorite subjects that I was waiting to talk about. Greatest baseball player of all time. And I'm not even gonna be biased because I'm wearing this shirt today, so I'm gonna
this shirt, man.
Chipper Jones. Everybody who know me, this is one of the greatest switch hitters of all time. And I didn't wear this shirt because simply for the day. It's just what I happen to have on today. And we started talking about this episode from the left and the right hand side. This man, I watched him in 1995 when he won his MVP. This man here beat the Mets by himself. That's how he won his MVP that year.
Chipper Jones was a beast. I'm not even going.
But now let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I'm sorry, it wasn't even 95. I'm sorry about that. Let's go back. We all heard about Jack Robinson, but we never physically see. We just see the highlights. So we can't say for sure. But if we want to say people that I saw, Barry Bonds, hands down, one of the best players I've ever seen in my life.
King Griffey Jr.
King Griffey Jr., one of the best players I've ever seen in my life. Tony Gwynn was one of the best players I've ever seen in my life. Now, fast forward to this generation. Ricky Henderson was an all-time great. But now we're going to fast forward to this era.
Okay.
You got Bryce Harper. You got
Teo. What's the
you got Shohei Ohtani. You got Mike Trout.
Yep.
You got Ronald Coon Jr.
Yep.
It's a lot of up and coming stars, but to
then you got to think about back. Like I said, you got Reggie Jackson, you got Roberto Clemente, those guys back in the days too.
And I guess the reason I don't think about Reggie Jackson in that standpoint because when you say I played baseball all my life. To me, a baseball player has to have 5 tools. That's what they call a 5-tool player. run, hit, average, home runs, power, speed. You got to have all the arm strength. Reggie Jackson was a hitter. Mark McGwire was a hitter. You got a lot of guys that was Big Papi was a hitter. So like Derek Jeter, now let me back up. He was one of the most smarter players I've ever seen. He didn't necessarily have the speed, but his intellect. He was smart. He knew. One thing I loved about Derek Jeter, when it was man on second base, no outs. I can't stand to see baseball players come up and think about themselves and say, you know what, I'm trying to hit a 2-run home run. It's a situational game. Man on second base and no outs. Your job is to hit the ball to the right side, advancing to third base. Baseball, a lot of people now, they make it harder than what it's supposed to be. If that man hit a double lead off, your job is to come up to move that runner to third.
Exactly.
Then when the next man come up, your job is to hit a fly ball or a deep short to don't hit it to third base. He's over there. Yeah. Hit it second, first, even or shortstop to give him in. It kills me to watch games nowadays, and I see guys coming up and they trying to yank their head and pull. Dude, what are you doing? Hit the ball to advance the run. So it's just I'm saying watching the games, but if people know me, I'm passionate about baseball just as much about basketball and football. But I played the game and I love that game. But it's a mind game. The reason I love it because get to the plate, you got to figure out what the pitcher's throwing and what's your count. If you go up there and it's 2-0, I'm sitting fastball. But if it's 1-2 count, he trying to strike me out. He's not gonna throw a fastball. He gonna try to throw a breaking ball to get me out. So I don't want to talk too much. But we was talking about the greatest player. But baseball is one of my all-time favorite sports all time. But if you had to give me 3 players that I had to say the greatest of all time, whew, man, that would have to be hard. Ken Griffey Jr. These are the people that I've seen. Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, and I'm always gonna say my man right here, Chip Jones. I'm always gonna say that. That's gonna go without being said. But you can arguably say Ricky Henderson. Now I ain't even say Vladimir Guerrero. He was a heck of a ball player. I'm trying to think of some other people that was out there that didn't get the respect. See, Ozzie Smith. See, Ozzie Smith was a great player, but Ozzie Smith didn't have the power, but he had the speed. He was one of the best. They call him the Wizard for a reason. They call him the Wizard because he could pick it like nobody at shortstop. So these are the kind of players that I watched growing up that I idolize and you know. So we might not have a lot of people out there, and I'm gonna be honest, that's like baseball. But this platform here, we're gonna be talking about not just basketball, not just football. We're gonna talk about baseball. Now, don't know hockey like that. Don't really know soccer like that. So forgive me that we don't really cover those because I'm not fluent in that. But these 3 sports here, I'm fluent in. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinion about it, and hopefully y'all will give us a feedback. Hit that like button, subscribe to us, and let us know what the feedback. Before we end this podcast, let's talk about last night a little bit. Game 2 of the Miami Heat Denver Nuggets. And if you go back to my first episode, what did I tell you that they had to do?
Put Kevin Love in, man.
Did I not say that?
Yeah, we said that.
And did I not say that to support? So you got to understand. So right now, you're looking at Miami Heat. It's Bam and it's Butler and it's supporting cast. Last night, Miami Heat supporting cast came to play.
But you see what happened last night too on the game. What Jimmy Butler did. Jimmy Butler didn't try to put everything on his shoulder. He passed the ball. He tried to empower.
But he didn't do it. But listen,
he wasn't the best.
He still didn't have a great game, a Jimmy Butler game. But he came through in the 4th quarter.
He came through.
But Bam Adebayo was slicing the dice in them. They were bringing Jokic out from the goal, like I've been saying.
He's supposed to.
And it was killing them.
Yep.
Duncan Robinson came and had a heck of a game. Matt Strus was shooting the ball. Gabe was shooting lights out. He shot one time and looked at the dude like, "Are you really on me? You gonna do this?" But you go back now, look at Denver side. Michael Porter Jr., who my daddy loves, he garbage last night.
No, but what I was telling you,
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope garbage last night.
Just like how I was telling you and telling everybody else, even when Spoelstra was going to make his adjustments,
he had to.
You got to play defense, bro. And when it was time for Denver to play defense, because the first game Miami had wide open shots and they was missing.
That's all it was.
Last night they was hitting them shots.
That's right.
Now Denver had play. Now Denver had to play defense.
But also look at this. This is how I say Eric Spoelstra is one of the best coaches of all time. Aaron Gordon got off that first game.
He did.
He was killing because they were playing pretty much 4 guards.
Exactly.
He put Kevin Love in there and neutralized him. So you took his points away. That means Michael Porter Jr. or Kentavious Caldwell-Pope got to help out Murray. And then Murray didn't have a Murray game.
He did.
So my thing is, you got to look at Denver's only playing 8 players. They playing Jeff Green off the bench. They bringing Brown off the bench, and they bringing the little white kid off the bench from rookie Kansas. They bringing him off the bench. They playing 8 players.
That's it.
Now Miami only playing 9, but look what they bringing off the bench. You bring Kyle Lowry, who don't won the championship before.
With the Raptors.
You bringing in last night you brought in Caleb Martin. You bringing Cody Zeller. I mean, poor Cody Zeller. I mean,
he just the fouls and everything.
Yeah, because he was getting murdered. Jokic Allen getting this big, he was murdering him.
Yeah, mouse in the house.
Yeah, he was killing him. But I'm saying, then you gonna bring back Tyler Hero game 3? Listen, Denver might be in trouble.
Oh, they in trouble.
They might be in trouble. Because like I say, now that Miami done took the home court advantage, they might be in trouble.
Yeah, man, the heat is on.
So on that note, my partner singing, we're gonna sign out. Hit that like and subscribe button again. Thank you so much for watching Monster Speaking Podcast. I'm Mike. This is Daryl. Signing out. Peace.